I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Kubal. Here's a look at your Local 5 weather impact forecast. We have a weather impact alert status in place tonight, 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. We are talking about strong winds, and there's also a low-end element of snow to consider here, which could lower visibility across parts of North Iowa. What you need to do is just travel with care. 2 hands on the wheel, that's going to be bad enough, but in northern Iowa, north of Highway 20, you'll run into a few of those wind-strewn snowflakes. Wind gusts up into the northern part of the state could reach 55 miles per hour. We've seen them reaching towards 60 out near the Missouri River in western Iowa and out into Nebraska and South Dakota. Up to 45, though, a minimum for everyone across the middle portion of the state. Taking a look at Futurecast, you see those big-time numbers pushing the way eastward as we go overnight. Strongest right around midnight either side by a couple of hours, and those are some robust marks across the central part of the state. But you see constantly reaching up towards that 50-55 mile per hour range up closer to the Minnesota border. Now those winds will begin to dial it back as we go through the morning, but it will take some time through the day. It will be a breezy day, but the worst of those conditions expected before daybreak. And again, there will be a couple of snowflakes. Won't be a huge issue here. We're not expecting accumulations, but it will make it harder to see with that wind along with those couple of snowflakes. So general partly to mostly cloudy sky expected with more clear air in southern Iowa. As we go into Wednesday, we'll continue to call it partly cloudy, but much cooler. You see the impact on those temperatures. We're going to be riding the struggle bus when it comes to the mercury levels as we go forward, really for the foreseeable future. No big robust rebound coming our way anytime soon. Yet another weather impact alert status. Friday night through Sunday morning, we've expanded this. A winter storm and possible heavy snow is on the way with some travel impacts as such. This one starting as an Alberta clipper, but we'll get a moisture source here from the south and kind of curve back to the north as we go into the weekend. The target zone really being emphasized, especially over central and northern Iowa here for those wintry impacts being felt. And as we go into Saturday, the system continues to progress eastward. I expect a swath of heavier snow from South Dakota through Iowa and into southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. So here's an early look at Futurecast. Most of our Friday is going to come back on the quiet side. Well, we may see a couple of early snowflakes into the afternoon. It's mostly an after dark feature where things really get going. First initial offerings with a steady shield of snow, especially as we go through our Saturday. Light element of mix hugging the Missouri border. That's something that may eat away at some snowfall totals in southern Iowa. But generally speaking here, we're talking about some big time numbers. And this is the snow ensemble. It's kind of taking different computer models and subtly changing some of the elements to it to give us the differing amounts of snow as you're seeing here. But 2 of the 3 really putting down some bigger time totals, and number 3 here is no slouch either. This is going to be enough to get the plows out, make roads a bit on the troublesome side. Snow and slush covered beginning after dark Friday night. That's when I'd try to be off the roads if you don't want to be driving in the wintry type of weather. But Saturday, we're going to give it a condition red there on the travel scene. Tonight, we have gusts to 55 miles per hour from the west and north and west, leading to that weather impact alert. Wind easing as we go through the day, but still staying quite breezy as we go throughout. Wednesday temperatures confined to the mid and upper 30s across the central part of the state. Here's a look at the extended forecast. Temperatures down. In fact, after this winter storm system this weekend, we'll keep those high temperatures down into teens and 20s with overnight lows conceivably down into the single digits early on Monday morning, provided some clearing can take shape. But we're keeping things at these cool levels for the time being as we go throughout next week.